Hi, I'm Jill. Welcome to Jill for Today. I'm in the kitchen and I'm going to make some fabulous spicy sweet potato muffins that are studded with walnuts. It's going to be delicious, especially during this time of year. So come on down to my bowl and we will get started. In this bowl I have some mashed sweet potatoes, and into that I'm going to add 2 eggs, which are the flaxseed eggs. That's for each egg 1 tablespoon of finely ground flaxseed to 3 tablespoons of water. So in here I have 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and 6 tablespoons of water. So that's my egg. That's going in. See, it's a nice binder there. Then I have soured milk, or it's buttermilk. And you make that by taking your milk and adding a little vinegar to it, and it turns it into a buttermilk-like substance. So that's going in. I have a teaspoon of vanilla, 1/3 cup of avocado oil. You could cut back on the oil if you like, or add a little applesauce to it. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to stir with my great little stirrer. Yep, it looks like we're going to do it. So we're going to combine this. Get this all combined together. And I'm going to add the sugars as soon as I get this a little bit mixed together. Okay, and I'm going to switch over to a spoon now. In here I have some brown sugar and some granulated sugar, and that's going in. So this is my wet ingredients. I'll get this all combined. It's going to be wonderful. Wait till you see all the spices that are going to go into it. Now the sweet potatoes, what I did with those is I peeled them and I cut them in about 2-inch squares maybe, and I put them in a bowl with maybe a 1/2 cup to a cup of water, and I microwaved them, and I microwaved them until they were very, very soft, and then I just took a fork and I mashed them very well. So we have our wet ingredients there, and they're well combined. And I'm just going to set that aside for now. I'm going to bring in some flour. I have some flour here. And into the flour, I'm going to add, there's cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, a little bit of ginger, and some allspice. So that is going to go in. And then I have some baking soda. It's going to go in. And just a scant 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm going to mix all that together.
1/4 teaspoon of what?
Salt.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we are ready to combine the two. So the wet ingredients are going to go into the dry ingredients. That was my director on the other side of the camera. He's very astute at what words I miss. I said a 1/4 teaspoon and he said a 1/4 teaspoon of what? And it was salt. So we're going to go ahead and stir this together. And with like all quick breads, muffins, that sort of thing, you don't want to beat it. You want to combine it, but you don't want to really mix it hard, because then you start building up the gluten. And that makes for a tough quick bread or muffin. It's different when you actually use a yeast. So getting this all together. And at this point, I'm going to add my walnuts. So these are chopped walnuts. It's about a 1/2 cup. What we just want to make sure is all that dry is mixed in with the wet, so there's no pockets of flour. And we are almost there. This is coming together very nicely. All right, we have got it. So I've combined it, and all that flour though is mixed in, and I haven't just sat there and beat it and beat it and beat it. So we should have a nice, hopefully nice light muffin. Okay, I'm going to bring in the muffin tin, and I have it lined with these fabulous silicone muffin liners. They are fabulous, and those muffins come out of there like you couldn't believe. They're just amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and start to fill these with about 1/4 of a cup. I want them about 2/3, 3/4 of the way up, and sometimes 1/4 cup is just about the right amount. So there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish filling these muffin tins with my batter, and then I'm going to put them in a preheated 350-degree oven for, well, I'm going to check them at about 15 minutes. Hopefully they're done in about no more than 20 minutes, and we will go ahead and complete this, get them all done, get them in the oven, and when we come back, you'll see them after they come out of the oven. We'll be back. They are out of the oven, and they smell divine. Do they smell divine, Director?
They do smell great.
So we're going to do the toothpick test so I can show you how they're done, how you can tell when they're done. If you stick the toothpick down, right, and it comes out clean, that means they are done. This, I took 23 minutes for them in the oven. Of course, everyone's oven is different, but this was 23 minutes in my oven. So I'm going to let these cool a bit. And I also want to show you how wonderful it is to pull those out of those little cups. You won't believe it. I mean, there's nothing, you know, when you have a muffin and it's in the paper, cupcake paper thing, and you go to take it off and half of it's in the paper? Not with these, they're great. So anyway, we'll let these cool, we'll take them out, and we will have a tasting. We'll be back. We're back for tasting. Look who's here.
My favorite part.
I knew you'd come in for that. Okay, here's the muffin. I want to show you what.
This is the best.
You want the,
Yeah, it's
the
a bigger
biggest one.
muffin.
I want to show you though. Look at this, folks. Ta-da. Ta-da. There is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the best. And I'll leave a link because I never thought they would be big of a deal. Okay, let's give it a shot here.
You can see how wonderful it looks in there.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
It smells good.
So moist. And the spices. This is going to get better as it sits, and those spices have a chance to like wake up, you know.
Boy, I don't see how it could get much better than that.
And it's so
It's
moist.
got a nice
Crust on the
crispy
outside.
crust on it.
23 minutes. And you saw how easy they were to put together. I think really the biggest deal about putting these together is getting the ingredients, you know.
Wow. The spices really come through. I didn't think I'd care for the, because of the sweet potato, but
Do you even
very
taste the sweet potato?
it's more like a spice or a pumpkin muffin.
Well, you know, I did a pumpkin or a sweet potato bread not too long ago. I'll leave a link for that so you know. And this is totally different than that.
But these will
sweet
make
potato
you
bread.
crave a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
Oh yeah, afternoon
those are
snack. Well, yeah. You know, I love this one. When I find a recipe that looks interesting to me, I have to put the Jill for Today swing on it. You know, first of all, I have to plant-base it, so all the eggs and the milk and all that stuff, and I have to replace it.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't have any of that stuff.
No. And then I say, I don't want so much of this, or I don't want so much of that, or I think I want to put this in it. So they're always mine. I just kind of start with all right, everybody, are we done here?
I'm not. There's still 11 muffins left.
All right, everybody, take care. Thanks for viewing. Tell your friends. Subscribe.
And
Thumbs
don't
up.
talk with your mouth full.
Don't talk with your mouth full. And we love to hear comments. And I will put the recipe down below so you can do yours. And really, pumpkin. You could do this with pumpkin.
Oh, easy.
Oh, absolutely. Do it with pumpkin. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.